Hey everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple with our next YouTube class. We're on YouTube number 147, counting down to YouTube number 150. And as you may have noticed, there's a YouTube being released every Saturday now. So I have upped my YouTube schedule a little bit, and that's mainly due to how many new products are coming out on the market. Scrapbooking and card making and fine art that you can take and translate into your scrapbooking and your card making and your mixed media. Now today is the next release of my Simply Defined dies and stamps. The collection is called Serenity, and I really do hope you like it. As you know, the collection Be Inspired was done with my dad, and Serenity I designed shortly after his passing last September. He passed away late September, so early October is when I designed Serenity. And it just seemed really fitting at the time, and that was the place I was in. And it really reminds me of my dad. So no crying, no sadness. This is a celebration of my family. So I'm excited to bring it to you because I think it makes my heart happy. Another Stacyism. It helped me get through. Now it was done. I started designing late September, early October, and it's now late March. That will tell you about how long it takes to actually get a collection made. From start to finish, it's about 6 to 7 months. So it's March right now. Anybody have any idea what I'm working on? Can you say, ho, ho, ho? Oh, I have had to learn how to adjust my timelines of things because yes, I'm working on holiday product already. So anyway, this is a wonderful collection. I have so many new products to bring you. Things that I don't think you're going to find in many other places. Forget the Simply Defined. That I'm happy with, I'm thrilled with. But we have a product called Brusho, and it is a fine art product. But wait till you see how it transfers and translates to your scrapbooking and your card making and your mixed media and your altered art. And what I like about it is the value, because I had options. I had lots of things that did very similar look and feel, but there was a reason I brought this in, and I will show you and I will tell you. First, we have winner chicken dinner to announce, and this is from YouTube number 146, where I released, oh, what did I do? Oh, that was the tonic. Oh yeah, that was the beautiful tonic fairy dies, the Reflections collection from Tonic, that had the paper that went with the dies, that went with the stamps, and the bundle was 40% off, a great value. So do you want to hear if you're a winner chicken dinner of some of that wonderful product? Alrighty. Well, if you are Virginia Olson, congratulations to you. You are our latest SMS winner chicken dinner. But you're not alone. Are you ready to hear who you're partnering with on this, who also has one? I'm just gonna take a stab at the dark in this one, and hopefully I'm pretty close. I'm gonna say it's Lepha, L-E-P-H-A. Lepha Porter. Oh, the Porter part was easy peasy. But I'm gonna go with Lepha or Lepha Porter. Congratulations, you also are a winner chicken dinner here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. How are you gonna claim your prize? Super easy. Email us, winner, W-I-N-N-E-R, at scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Give us your name, address, telephone number. Tell us you are YouTube winner chicken dinner from YouTube number 146. And we will get your prizes out to you just as quickly as possible. How do you win a prize? You gotta leave a comment. How are you able to leave a comment? You gotta be a subscriber to our YouTube channel. How can you be a subscriber to our YouTube channel? You've gotta be have a login for YouTube. It's just that simple. Just join the YouTube family. Get a username and login. Go over to Scrapbooking Made Simple, our channel. Click subscribe, and then you can post a comment. Easy peasy. Keep that comment nice and polite, and I will approve it. And then you go in the running for a prize, which we announce every YouTube. And now every YouTube is every Saturday. So I am going to put Leafa and Virginia off to the side. Congratulations, girls. And I hope you enjoy your prizes. I have got lots to show you. Yes, Simply Defined, I have it, it's fabulous, but I've got even more than that, and I really want to talk to you about some of these products. So I am going to tilt on down. We're going to get started for today, and I know that this collection just, it made me happy. It got me through when I really needed to get through. So down we go, and we're going to talk about Serenity in honor of my dad. So you're watching this on Saturday, which means this is what's going on downstairs right now. Everybody's making this card or one similar to, because of course we're giving them tons of options to paint with. And what did we use to paint that card? Well, we used a product called Brusho. Put that over there for now. We used a product called Brusho. What is Brusho? Well, it comes in these cute little pots like that. That's what's in here. This is a set of 6, and it is filled to the brim. I mean, it's filled high with 100% pigment powder. It's beautiful. But what do you do with it? Well, I'm going to tell you. To start with, we're going to be painting with it. There are so many more applications that we are going to do with this, that this is going to be in several YouTubes over the next several months. We're going to be stamping with it, we're painting with it, we can be misting with it, we can be using with our stencils. But today, for the make and take, which is what they're doing downstairs, we are going to be painting with it. Now, Brusho, like I said, it's a finely pigmented product, high pigment, and it comes in many sets. It also comes in open stock. To open it, you just take and pull the little tabby back. And now it's ready to be opened. This little piece, it's like a milk jug. This little piece gets thrown away. What's inside? What's inside? That's inside. This great powder. Now, you may say, and I'm going to tell you, this color says sea green, and that doesn't look anything sea green to me. So I'm going to be interested to see what color this actually comes out as when we add water. Now, you may say, hey, that's really similar to some other products out there on the market. And you're right. So if you already own the Ken Oliver product, the Color Burst, you will absolutely be able to use this technique without question. Beautiful product. I think it's fabulous. But there was a reason that I chose the Brusho. It was value. Inside here is 15 grams of powder. 15 grams are in there. And like I said, if you already own the Ken Oliver product, don't stop watching, because you're going to be able to do the exact same thing. But inside the Ken Oliver product is 6 grams of product. Now his product is also a powder and it's a pigment, and you're going to be able to use it beautifully. But when I was looking for a product to do this, I wanted to go with the one that first, this has beautiful colors. I want to say there's 36 colors, and that gives you the most value for your money. Now, if you buy them open stock, they're like $5.59 each, less 20%. And that's a little bit less than the Color Burst product, but you get more of the actual powder. So this is a fine art medium. So you know that the powder in here, the pigment in here, is beautiful. It's not something you're going to see on your average scrapbook store shelves. You may now. Hopefully some of your local stores bring it in for you. Otherwise, you can shop online with us. But it's made in the UK. I think it's the UK. It's a European product. Yes, United Kingdom. And it just is beautiful. So this is what we're working with today. Now, you may say, Stacy, why did you put this little push pin at the top? Well, I did that for a reason. one of the nice things about the Ken Oliver product is that it's got a little easy adapt, you know, a nozzle so that you can kind of spray it out as opposed to having to open it and maybe using the back of your tweezers or a little spoon to dump it somewhere. So what we did, and this is not my idea, I have to be honest with you, a wonderful customer came in the store. She lives in Illinois. Came into the store and we were playing with this and she said, oh, I saw somebody using this. And I said, yeah, the only thing I'm not crazy about is that it doesn't have the little easy adapter nozzle to get it out. She said, oh, I saw on YouTube. They were putting little push pins in the top, creating a little hole so that you could then squirt it out and putting a little push pin right in the top and just keeping it like that. So when they're not using it, the push pin is in there. When they are using it and they want to squirt it out, they turn it upside down and shake it. I thought that was flippin' genius. And it took away one of the issues I wasn't crazy about, which was having just a cap. But now I do have a way to not have to open the whole thing to get some of it out. I love that. And is this my sea green? This is my sea green. So I am actually, just because, oh, I did show you that it's a kind of an interesting color on the inside. I am going to tap a little bit into my palette. Not too much because it doesn't take very much of this. So now I've got some palette filled with color and I'm using just an inexpensive palette. We'll have them on a YouTube Yummy. The one I brought in for the store happens to have a lid. And that's because when you're done using these, if you let them dry up, you can reconstitute them with water. So I thought a lid was a very nice thing to have. That way the powder, whatever's left, doesn't get damaged. But if you fill it with a lot of water, then you're just going to want to chuck it and throw it away. It's never going to reconstitute or solidify. It'll just take too long for the water to evaporate. But so I bought it with a lid. I think it's $2.29. It'll be on a YouTube Yummy. I like that it has a lid. It makes it less messy, less convenient. I do also want to tell you, you're going to get a little inky with this. Remember when I said it's a pigment-based powder, a high concentrated pigment-based powder. That means you're going to get a little inky if you're not careful. The next thing we're going to be using with this is Sizzix from Sizzix, and it's their paper leather. Now, what is paper leather? Well, it's a product by Ellison, and it's a super strong paper that has a beautiful absorbency. You can color on this with almost anything, but the beautiful part about it is it doesn't tear. That's the thing about paper leather. It just doesn't tear. So you can make bindings for your books. Yes, it will die cut. Yes, it will emboss. Yes, it will take inks, but it also doesn't tear. So we're going to be using this today because I really liked the way it took the inks. We're also going to be using just an inexpensive flat brush. This is a 3-pack. It sells for $6.99. It works fine. You don't need anything more than this, but you do want it to be more of a flat brush versus a pointy brush because we're going to be painting with it. And yes, this will all be on a YouTube Yummy. The paper leather, the little palette, the brushes, and of course the Brusho. So I've got my little palette here and I need to add water. So I couldn't find a cup, so I found a little tub. So I'm going to add a little bit of water to my pot and activate my powder. Ooh, a lot of water. Okay, I'll try and go a little bit less. Okay, so you can see the colors coming to life. This will be interesting because this is supposed to be a green. Oh, it is! Look at that! We've been playing with it downstairs and I hadn't seen a green. Oh, that is really green. That is wild. Absolutely wild. A little bit of water. A little bit of water. Okay, so I'm gonna take my water and put it out of my way because I'm notorious for spilling stuff. Nope, we've got a fire truck going by and I got a little water here that I didn't need. A little bit of pink, a little bit of blue. Okay, so then I'm just gonna take the back of my paintbrush and I'm just gonna stir them. Just gonna stir them up. Wow, that green, that powder that was that orangey color, that seriously turned green. That's wild. My blue. What's supposed to be my orange? Gosh, I think that's my orange. Now, the more water you add to these, of course, the lighter the color is going to become. And again, there are so many different ways to use this product. I could have taken and kind of take my thing out, shake it down, and put little drops of powders all over, and then taken a mister, a water mister, just water, and sprayed it, and it goes whoosh. It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. I could have made this a much thicker paste and used stamps with it. And like I said, I love the product, and we're going to be doing several YouTubes with it because there's so many different applications. For today, though, I am going to go ahead and use it as a paint. Now, it goes on very easily, and because this is paper leather from Sizzix, it holds the paint, and it kind of lets you blend it. And again, paper leather, I've done a YouTube on it before a couple times actually, where I used gelatos and Tim Holtz and Pitt markers and mementos, and I mixed all the colors and everything blended on it. So I'm just going to try and see what colors I get. Oh yeah, see, look at how pretty is that. And I'm just going to paint. Wash off my brush. What should come next? Maybe a little bit of the red? And you can absolutely go from one color to the next and blend it right into each other. And if I want it darker, I just add more. Or I could add more pigment. I could tap in, that's not sea green, it's not violet, it's not sunburst lemon, not turquoise, not orange. Oh, of course, it's the one that doesn't have the little push pin, so let's put a little push pin in there. Let's open it up a little bit. So if I wanted that red to be a little bit more red, so I'm pushing my push pin right in the cap, making a nice little hole, but not too big because I want that still to fit in there. And then I could shake in more color and then stir it up, and it would be darker. So I've got my red, blend it right into my yellow. And then, I don't know, let's go a little green, I guess. Blue, then green. Oh, what do we decide? I don't know. Let's try a little green. Well, you know what? Oh, that's pretty. I'll put a little green down here. Wipe off my brush, and then a little bit of blue. I think I'm gonna put the blue here. Oh my goodness, that's so pretty. Oh my gosh. And if I take my blue into my red a little bit, it's gonna make a little bit of purple. Wow, that is absolutely gorgeous. That is so vibrant. It's so happy. I love how vibrant the colors are, and you use very little. Now I would absolutely just let this sit here when I'm done and let it see if it will solidify, if the water will evaporate, because I don't want to throw it away. And that's why I got the palette that has the lid. I can go right back over the top, add a little bit more yellow. So if you can imagine taking the powders and putting them into a mister, just tapping a little bit of your powder into a mini mister, adding water and shaking it, you've now got a perfect mist. If you can imagine making this more of a pasty, a little bit less water, and then taking it and painting it onto your stamps. And then misting, you've got a watercolor effect there. It's beautiful. It is not necessarily going to be in your scrapbooking stores, but Brusho makes fabulous product. And again, if you already have the Ken Oliver product, do the same thing. It will act the same way. It's not a fine art medium. That doesn't mean it's not going to look beautiful. The only thing is, when you're out, you may want to replace it with the Brusho, only because you get so much more for a little less money. And I'm all about value. So here we go. Now, what are we going to do with this? Well, we have to do something with it. Do I need to go higher? Let's see. Oh, I do. I need to go higher. So I got to paint some more. So I'm going to add some more yellow. Just paint it right onto my paper leather, because the paper leather takes it so beautifully. You know what else will do a beautiful job? Watercolor paper. Absolutely. Watercolor paper will do a beautiful job. And it does not have to be expensive watercolor paper. We have watercolor paper. I think you get 15 sheets for $1.99. It's in kind of a card size, not really big, not like an 8.5 by 11, but it absolutely will do the job. Okay, so I think I've got enough now. Maybe a little bit more yellow into the red. Gosh, that's pretty. And I can just keep going over it and blending it down and going over and blending it down. It really is just lovely. And I'm just cleaning my brush with some basic water and then moving on. Oh, that's the orange. I don't think I used the orange. Oops. Let's go back and do some red. I added orange where I shouldn't have. I hadn't used orange, but the orange is lovely. Let's go back in and put some color. Okay. Okay, well, I could sit here and do this all day long. So I just want to make sure that I have enough. Yes, perfect. Alrighty. So we've now painted with our Brusho. You can absolutely take a heat gun if you want to and heat it dry. You can just let it sit. It'll dry pretty darn quickly. It's on a paper that lets it move so you can blend. And I am going to, because I know me, I'm going to put my lid on my paint. I'm going to put my water on top of my lid. We're going to do it again because I have something else to show you that's just gorgeous. But for now, I'm going to move it out of my way. And I'm going to bring over my Sizzix Big Shot machine because now we're going to die cut. And what are we going to die cut? We're going to die cut my willow tree from Serenity. This is my willow tree. And there's stories that I could tell, but but see, that would make me tear up, and I'm trying not to tear up because this is happy. This collection makes me happy. I am going to grab a piece of Simply Defined black cardstock. It's our 80-pound black cardstock. I am on my magnetic platform, my precision base plate, my black cardstock, and my Simply Defined die. Now, are you supposed to use your precision base plate on your magnetic platform? No. Do I do it anyway? Yes. Has it ever caused me a problem? No. Is it engineeringly possible, theoretically possible, that it could break one of the magnets in your magnetic platform? Yes. But I've never seen it done, and I've never heard about it being done. I just know that mathematically, when you put it all together, the force and the resist and all of those things could happen, and it could happen. So you do it at your own risk, but I've been doing it and I have no problem. Now with your precision base plate, if you haven't seen a precision base plate before, this is what it is. And it is by Sizzix. It is for your Sizzix Big Shot machine only. So your Big Kick, yes. Your Big Shot, yes. Your Vagabond, yes. Any Sizzix machine. Is it made for your Cuttlebug machine? No, it's a Sizzix product. It's not going to work in your Cuttlebug machine. What is really important to know when using it, you're using it for intricate dies. See how intricate my See how intricate my weeping willow is? It's a pretty intricate die. If this was just an open circle, I would not be using my precision base plate. I would just cut it like I normally do. But any kind of intricate dies, do you have doily dies that will not cut? Try a precision base plate, you'll be happy you did. Just remember, if you can read how to use it, if I can read the directions, I'm doing it wrong. You don't want to be able to read the directions. It needs to be that metal side up towards you. And the beautiful thing about the Sizzix Precision Base Plate is it never warps. It's just a little bit of happiness when you're die cutting something that's intricate. So if I had an open heart or an open circle or a die that is a frame type die, would I be using my Precision Base Plate? No, I would just use my magnetic platform, 2 cutting plates, or my multi-purpose platform that comes with your machine, but the Precision Base Plate does not. It is an extra purchase. So I've got my magnetic platform, my Precision Base Plate where I cannot read the directions. I have got my black Simply Defined paper and my Weeping Willow die from the Serenity collection, and I'm going to send it on through. Oh, did that scare you? It's okay. Why did that happen? It happened because there's a straight line right here. The die, I'm going to move it down. The die has a straight edge right here. When I put it into that roller, it made that sound. That's because that straight edge is hitting that roller all at the same time. Will it hurt the die? No, you can roll through if you don't mind that noise, but if it really bothers you, just angle your die so that it doesn't, there's not a straight edge that hits in. It's going to start in a corner up here, and then it will take the rest of the die in. And let's see if that makes it a little less loud. Oh, look at that. Not even a sound. So if you hear that sound, it's probably because you've got a straight edge on your die. Now, I have the option of pulling it out right now or rotating it just a little bit. And I'm always big when using a intricate die, I'm always big on rotating it and sending it back through. And what that does is that has the die hit the rollers in your machine in a brand new and different way so that every piece gets cut. If you roll it through and then you roll it back, but you don't move it, it's hitting the die in the exact same way. It's not going to change anything. You have to rotate the die a little bit, usually a quarter turn, to get the best cut out of it. Okay, I've seen my waters right here. It's right here and I see it wiggling. Okay. There's the negative. Now, I'm going to show you something that Claire did with the negative space that was absolutely brilliant. My little tweezer is on my little tweezer has stuck to my main attraction. Please know we are sold out of main attractions. We have another large shipment coming in right around May. So we will put them back. Once I have a shipping confirmation, we will put them back online. So there is my Weeping Willow tree. And we put little dashes, little spots in the tree just to give a little bit of dimension, just to give a little bit like it's got bark on it. But there's the Weeping Willow. So now I can take and just trim this down. Probably better if you use your trimmer, but that's okay. This will give you the idea. And I have created a beautiful background for my Weeping Willow tree. Isn't that pretty? And I would never throw this away. Oh my gosh, I would totally find something to do with the excess that I cut off without, well, maybe not this little piece, but definitely the others, because it's too pretty to throw away. Absolutely, these little pieces, they're too pretty. I'll put those over there. We'll find something to do with them. But there's my weeping willow tree. Now all I have to do is mount it to a card. It's basically a done deal. I hope you like it. Oh my gosh. But it gets better. Okay, let's paint again. I'm gonna have to die cut again. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have to die cut again. I'm gonna die cut first just so I can get it out of my way so I don't have to bring my machine back over. So I'm gonna die cut another weeping willow tree again. Perfect. So what I was doing is I was checking to see if I put it through this way, can I rotate it this way, and my paper wasn't too big, and it's not, so it's perfect. So I'm just gonna send it on through and die cut. On my magnetic platform, my precision base plate, my paper, my die face down against the paper, and a cut plate. Don't use a do not cut plate because the force is so great that it's gonna leave a little indent. So I'm gonna roll it on through, and then I'm gonna just, see it's that way. Now, let me see if I can, that way. Now I'm going to turn it this way. So the rollers in your machine is gonna hit that die in a totally different way. Send it on back. And that way my die cutting for this one is done. Pop it on out. Get all the bits and pieces. Okay, so my die is cut, so I can put that aside. So now I can paint. So I cut my die and took out all my little bits and pieces. And I still have this piece. Anybody want to guess what Claire thought this piece looked like? Take a guess, any guess. You'll have to wait to see if you're right. Okay, I'm gonna move this out of the way. I'm gonna bring my paper leather back. I'm gonna bring my paint back. Clean my brush. Oh, probably just should have laid my top on it. Ooh, Stacy. Oh, I did it. Okay, woohoo. All right, so I'm good to go. We're gonna go this way again. So I guess I will use my yellow. Bring it on down. Hopefully you can see, use my yellow. And just go straight across. Make it beautiful. This time I think I'm going to use a little bit of the orange because I didn't use the orange last time. Rinse my brush, and you really just need a nice flat brush. It does not have to be uber expensive. This is my orange. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I could just paint and color and emboss, and I could do that all day long. It is so relaxing for me. Maybe a little yellow back in. I didn't wipe my brush because I'm blending my colors. Now I'll wipe my brush because I'm going to move to a new color. I think I'm going to do just this finest little bit of red. Just the finest little bit of red. Move that into my orange so you don't get a little demarcation line. And then I think I'm just gonna go to green. And do the rest all in green. Oh, a little bit of water, a little bit of paint. Okay, so move that back out of my way. That's what I've painted. But I'm gonna do something different. Oh, I'm gonna wipe this up right off my craft mat because I got it all over the back, I bet. Yeah, not too bad. Wipe my craft mat. Wipe my brush. So now I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna take Stacy tape. Take the 5 and 6 inch rolls, and I am so sorry. We are totally sold out of the 5 and 6 inch roll of Stacy tape. It will be back in a few weeks. And I'm going to put it right over the top. So I'm gonna tear it because that's what you can do. You can tear Stacy tape. And I'm going to put it right over the top. So I'm gonna slide this down so you can see. Here's my yellow. I'm just gonna put it right over the top. Now I'm gonna cut off, I pulled too much, so I'm just gonna trim off those sides and get rid of that excess Stacy tape because we're not gonna need it. And I'm using my Westcott scissors that were part of the flash sale. And those of you who have purchased them, several of you already know yours are on the way to you. You are getting shipping confirmations that they are on their way to you. So they're working on the orders from the 5th, shipping those out. That's when most of the orders came in, but some of you will have them. Probably by the time you see this, some of them will have already arrived. All right, so I've got my Stacy tape. And what is Stacy tape? Well, Stacy tape is an adhesive that we carry. It's simply defying tape. It comes as little as 1/8 of an inch all the way up to 6 inches. This is the 5 inch. And it's a double-sided tape that is super strong. It will hold beads, it will hold glitter, it will hold paper, it will hold acetate. It holds just about everything. It will hold metal. And it's easy to use. Once you've peeled it back, you've exposed the sticky. That's sticky right now. You can absolutely tear it. It is every bit as strong, if not stronger, than red line tape, if you're familiar with red line tape. This will hold your mini albums. This will keep them bound together. It does everything. And it's easy to use, and it's economical. So if you have score tape or Sukwang tape, great tape. We used to carry it, absolutely. But the manufacturer came to me and said, what if I could give you something a little bit longer, a little bit stronger for a little bit less money than your Sukwang tape? I said, well, yeah, that's an easy yes. So that's what they've done. And we carry it, like I said, from 1/8 inch all the way up to 1/4 inch. And there's 85 feet on each roll. So if you get an 1/8 inch roll, you're gonna get 1/8 inch wide by 85 feet. And I think it's $3.99. You will not find a tape runner for that price. Now I'm gonna lay this right over the top. And I think I'm just gonna trim this down a little bit. So now I've got my beautiful background that I colored. Aren't those colors magnificent? Oh my gosh, they're so vibrant. They are incredible. Put Stacy tape over the top of it. And now what am I gonna do? I'm gonna expose the Stacy tape. So I'm gonna pull back what they call the liner. That pulled too hard. Oh, gel nails. Don't fail me now. There we go. Ha 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 ha. Okay. So there's my Stacy tape. See it shiny on there? I'm gonna put my weeping willow right on top. Put my weave, don't peel up on me. Put my weeping willow right on top. Oh, it's sticking to me. There we go. And it's still sticking to me. There we go. And then I'm going to take the liner, this piece that I peeled off, and that's what I'm going to push that willow down with. It still wants to stick to me. So I put my willow right on top, leaving sticky. Can you see the sticky? It's still sticky. What am I going to grab? I'm going to grab my ice white pure sheen glitter that a lot of you have already purchased. And it's also on its way to you. Woohoo! And what am I going to do? I'm going to throw that ice white glitter from Nouveau, which is a tonic product, right over the top. Why am I using the ice white? Because it's a crystal glitter. It has no undertone at all. It is just it's not a opaque glitter. It's not going to go all white. You're going to see the color come through, but it doesn't have any other iridescence to it. It's just a beautiful crystal glitter. And I'm just going to let it walk on down. Let gravity do its thing. Let it walk on down. Make sure I've covered up all my places. I'm pretty much a dumper when I do my glitter. That's because almost all of it is going to go back into the bottle. Here's my excess. Here's my bottle. I'm just going to put it right back. I've got my little cleanup cloth. Clean up all my glitter. The cleanup cloth comes huge. It's enormous. This is cut into not even a 1/16 of the size. And the cleanup cloth is nice because not only does it pick up your glitter, it picks up embossing powder, everything that, those little bits and pieces, it just grabs it. Now I should have brought over a little makeup brush, but I'm just going to give this a very light burnish. Trim the bottom. Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh. In person, it is absolutely rock star. But you need to have those really vibrant colors behind you to get that glitter. It just looks wonderful. I'm going to show you one that Yvette did. Oh, it was just absolutely stunning. Here. Look at that one. When it's all matted and done and on a card, oh, absolutely you could use this as an embellishment in your scrapbooks. Absolutely. You need a nice guy card? Absolutely. Yes, it's called Serenity, and yes, it has a very soothing feel to it, but we're talking awesome guy cards. Just awesome. Want to leave it plain? Leave it plain. Want to bling it a little bit? Bling it a little bit. It's up to you. What makes your heart happy? I love them both. I absolutely love them both. And it was done with the Brusho. And it goes a really long way. So we have it open stock and we have it in kits. So it's up to you how you want to buy it. But the nice thing about having it in open stock is that if you do get a kit and you run out of one color, you're not forced to buy the kit again. You can absolutely just buy the one color you need. And again, like I said, Ken Oliver's product, the Color Burst, is fabulous product. If you have it, use it. You can absolutely use it in this way. But I like the Brusho better, one, because it's a fine art medium, and two, because you get so much more value for your money. So that's why we opted with it, because I know some of you have asked questions who have come into the store, well, why didn't you go with the Color Burst? Well, there was a reason. This is a fine art medium at an amazing price with an amazing quantity, and it just makes everything beautiful. And again, this isn't the only way you can play with it. You can spritz it. You can put it on your stamps. We're going to do all of that. That's all going to come in future YouTubes, because it just, there's so much to be done with it. I want you to get absolutely every last bit of value you can out of it. So what did we do here? Well, that was easy peasy. We took either our watercolor paper or our Sizzix paper, our paper leather. This is the white paper leather. I just cut it to a size that I needed. It comes in 6x6 and 8.5 by 11. It comes in white, it comes in black, it comes in a couple different colors. We took and we used our beautiful, beautiful Brusho colors to just paint a little bit of happiness. Now, if you had flowers that you wanted to paint, sure. If you have backgrounds you want to do, if you have, yes, you can take paper flowers and do it. Yes, you could stamp a flower and use a pointed brush and go in there and paint with it. Yes, you can blend the colors, absolutely. There's not much you can't do with them because it is a pure pigment ink, paste, whatever, powder. I guess you can make it into a paste and you can make it into a paint. But talk about easy peasy. Yes, you can throw it down on your paper in the granules. Just take it and throw it right down on your paper and have little granules of Brusho everywhere, and then take your mister water and just spritz it and watch them go, whoo! That's for another YouTube, because that's pretty rock star too. It's pretty amazing. Never had seen this product before until I went where? One of the best trips I ever taken. Learned so much, learned so much. So we painted, we die cut, we painted, we put Stacy tape right over the top of it and threw down Nouveau Crystal Glitter that a lot of you, it's called Ice White, a lot of you have already ordered and they are shipping, and made beautiful things. So like I said, now I am gonna put the lid on here because I'm just fearful for me. I know myself. Okay, lid on. There we go. The Brusho comes in several different sets. It just depends upon if you want it open stock or if you want to start with a set. It comes with everything from, it comes with a 6-pack, an 8-pack, a 12-pack, a 24-pack, and a 36-pack, I think. Or maybe the 24 is the biggest pack. But they absolutely come in pack, or you can just buy the colors that make your heart happy that you would prefer. Or you can buy the pack and then add into it. And they'll all be 20% off. I want to then get to some of the Simply Defined Serenity collection so you can see what we've done. Move these out of the way. Move these out of the way. And bring over some of the storyboards. Isn't that nice the way that glitter cleanup cloth just cleaned everything up? Lovely. I'm gonna put my little die on my spellbinder so I don't lose it. Tweezers there, that works. Okay, so let's start with Peaceful. So here's the set that is Peaceful. It is the Bluebell, and everything you see here on the storyboard is what you will get with that one set. And as you know, they are $13.99 if you buy them open stock. So this set right here is $13.99 if you buy it just like this, or if you do the I Want It All purchase, it brings each set down to $10 a set. So if you get all 6 sets with the I Want It All purchase, don't buy them individually, and you gotta find the I Want It All purchase, but it makes each set $10. And yes, that's the dies and the stamps, you get both. But what I want you to notice is all the different cuts you can make with the stamps and the dies. All the different elements to it. And most importantly, when I did the stamps this time, I did the words separately. So the word my is a stamp, the word heartfelt is a stamp, and the word condolences is a stamp. Why did I do that? Because in another set, there's the word our. So if you have both of those sets, you could have our heartfelt condolences or my heartfelt condolences. I did all the stamps, all the words separate, so you can match them and mix them up to what's going to work best for you. Look at the cute little bluebell top. See, it comes right off the side if you want to add. So this is peaceful. It's right there. Then we have the sentiments and the bridge. So I have lots of sentiments here. I've got sharing in your sorrow. It has a die, it has a stamp. So sorry, it has a die, it has a stamp. So you can just do the stamp. You can stamp and die cut. It's entirely up to you. We've got lovely little sentiments here to express you know, your heartfelt sympathies. But then we've got the stamps that I said are individual, in our thoughts. So you could take our from this set and mix it up with the my heartfelt condolences, and now you've got our heartfelt condolences. Or in my thoughts, you could take the my from this set, mix it with this set, and everything is mix and matchable. Below is the bridge. And again, it comes with the little bonsai trees, it comes with the little tufts of grass, it comes with all of the stamps, everything. So you don't have to die cut if you don't want to. You could stamp all of this and make a beautiful watercolor card. Absolutely. So this is calming. This set down here is called calming, and then this one up here is our sentiments. So let me put those two away. Then we have soothing. And soothing are all the elements that's going to pull everything together. It's all of the little lotus flowers, all the dies, all of this. This entire storyboard is one set. So with deepest sympathy, you could use my deepest sympathy, our deepest sympathy. You can mix and match, like I said, but all of the lotus flowers, all of these pieces, all of it for $10 in the I Want It all the stamps, all the dies, everything. Or $13.99 if you buy it open stock. And here it is. All of the pieces you see here are in this set right here, including the stamps. Then we have the last two, which is reflect and stillness. So the weeping willow tree I called stillness. And the bamboo frame I called reflect. And it does come with the 3 birds, 2 in flight and 1 sitting. They're not really swans. I'm not exactly sure what kind of bird they are, but that was the shape I wanted. It's the shape I remember with my dad when we were looking at koi ponds. And so so this was the shape that I kept going back to, even though I'm not 100% sure what kind of bird it is. It's not a crane, I don't think, but you have reflect, which gives you the frame and the birds, and you have stillness, which gives you that weeping willow tree. And that weeping willow tree is what we were using today. Then I have a ton of samples from the girls, a ton of samples. And here is the I Want It All collection. So it has all of the 6 different sets. If you buy the I Want It All collection, again, it brings them down to $10 each. So I think we do it for $59.99 for the whole set. Or if you just like 1 or 2, that's fine, that's great, awesomeness. They're $13.99 each. It's really up to you what works best for you. But when you pair them with the Brusho, my gosh, you can use that. That is going to be one of my go-to things because it's so versatile. I was like blown away when I first saw it. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. Okay, so I want to show you some of the things that the girls have been working on, and I have lots of samples. This obviously is the make and take that they're doing right now downstairs. So here you've got the bird in flight, but then I also wanted to show you the other bird in flight. One has open wings and one has closed. And this is just a nice guy card. This is just perfect for a birthday, happy Father's Day. These are great for guys, and if you want to bling them up a little bit, then they're great for girls too. For I'm sorry, with sympathy, in our thoughts, thinking of you. There's just so many things you can do. And then here it is in the purples. Again, all using the Brusho. So everybody's downstairs right now figuring out what colors they want to paint. Then we have Doris's samples. So she embossed the So Sorry sentiment, and she stamped and embossed the lotus flowers and the lily pads to go with this. I think I'm going to pull this just a little bit down. There we go. So this is Doris. So she's used elements from several of the sets. And here's Doris as well. Here she used the frame, and she has the two birds swimming together. So this is Doris. And then this is Doris, and this is absolutely stunning. Here she watercolored, and she used the elements that I was talking about. She used and painted and moved the Brusho on there, and then she stamped on top of it after she laid the color down. You've got the bridge that she die cut out of red, and then she stamped the detail on it and embossed it with gold. This card is magnificent. It is absolutely stunning, and if you can get to the store and see it in person, you will agree. So pretty. And then in our thoughts. So that's Doris. Now let's move to Sharon, who we're getting back soon. Sharon has been out. She's been out, but she's coming back, and I'm very excited to hear that she'll be back soon. Here's Sharon with the weeping willow, the bridge, the sentiment. Am I doing better at keeping them still? And with deepest sympathy. There's Sharon. Here, she only used a portion of the frame. Did you get that? Here's the whole frame. Here, she just cut a portion of it and snipped that out to use as a corner. Was that genius? I didn't even think to do something like that. I didn't even think to do something like that. I love it. And the little bonsai tree and the lily pads. Oh my gosh, I'm in heaven. This was, oh, Sharon, you did great. And then she did one with the bluebell. Isn't that just a lovely card? Now this could be for Mother's Day. This could be in deepest sympathies. You could my heartfelt condolences. You can use this for just about anything. So this is Sharon. Then we're going to Michelle. And Michelle's got her own version of a shaker card. Her little bird flies. So she's got a dimensional card going where she's got the acetate in there, so she made some dimensions so her little birdie could fly. And again, she's made her background. She cut the water off the bottom. She cut it in blue, and she cut the frame in beige and just layered the blue water so it lines up perfectly over the beige to give the different color. And her birdie, it flies. This is Michelle's card. And all of these girls are my staff. They're the SMS girls, and they do an amazing job. Next we have Elena. Here's what Elena made. Now I'm pretty positive that these are cork. on the bottom. Yeah, they're cork on the bottom. And she has made a beautiful little mixed media piece that just stands there and makes you happy. And he's fishing away. She probably got that at the dollar store. I know her. But she used all the elements from die cutting and stamping and coloring. Yes, this is part of the die, absolutely. You've got her just stamping and coloring down here. You've got the willow tree, you've got the water, you've got the bamboo. It's all in there. This is Elena, and look at how cute. I bet this is I bet that this is a swap meet find. I would be so shocked. You know, now that I'm looking at it, this looks like a drawer to a jewelry box. Oh, Elena, you're so stinking smart. That's what this is. I bet she found an old jewelry box at the swap meet and pulled the drawer out to make this. You know, I can't give them enough credit for what they do. I'm going to tear up because they take my things and they make them beautiful and they use them in ways. The SMS girls are phenomenal. If you ever get a chance to come see us because their work is throughout the store and it is awe-inspiring. Okay, I have praised on them. I just got it. It's from a jewelry box. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's Elena. Next we have Kathy. Kathy took a piece of printed paper that we had in the store. 64-cent piece of 12 by 12 printed paper, single-sided. And just did a very simple layout right on top. And what I really love is her layout. She used the bluebells going all the way up the sides. She printed the picture on my shimmer paper. This is bedazzled paper. I don't know if you can see this shimmer, but she printed the picture on the shimmer paper and put in our thoughts. This is a lovely, lovely layout. She used, she's got shimmer paper here. She's got our white cardstock there. This is just beautiful. And this is from Kathy. A lot of the girls used our bedazzled paper. Let me get Claire. So here we have Claire, and she cut a hole. She had a die. She put a die in the center, cut out the center, and then built her card from there. So some of the bamboo is underneath, tucked underneath, coming out, and some of it is laying right on top. But this is Claire. Oh, I didn't look in Doris's card. I'm sorry, Doris, if you had a sentiment in there. So this is Claire. And again, just beautiful, the colors, aren't they? Beautiful. Then we have Claire here as well. And she's made a trifold where she cut out snippets of the bamboo from the frame and then she watercolored. This is all just using stamps. There is no die here at all. All of this is using my stamps that come with the dies. You don't have to buy them separately. And then she used the balance of the frame here on the insides. But Claire just took watercolor and did it. That's a beautiful card. And that's Claire. Last but not least for Claire, remember, I showed you that negative space from the willow tree. Don't know where I put it, but I showed it to you. She thought that this looked like, what is it, stalactites, like from a cavern, like a cave. So she took the negatives and put embossing powder over the top of them, the shabby embossing powder from Stampendous, and she made a mixed media project that she thought looked like a cave, like the stalactites coming down in a cave. Fab, huh? She's so creative. When she saw the negative space, she said, I'm gonna use that too. Next we have Belinda, who no doubt also was at the dollar store, and she got an inexpensive Chinese lantern and just decorated it with all the different pieces that come with the set. And you just put your little light in there. Probably even comes with a little light. Turn it on, and you have got a beautiful Chinese lantern. This is Belinda. Belinda also did this next one. Are you ready? Get a little ducky. She's got everything in there. She's painted a canvas. She's got the duck attached. She hand cut the little fish. She's crazy woman, but it looks so cute. This is her mixed media, and this is Belinda. I just smiled. You know Belinda's work when you see it. She's amazing. Her mind works in ways that it's so spectacular. So spectacular. And last we have Yvette. So Yvette has done my heartfelt condolences. And here's her card. Again, using all the different pieces from all the different sets. And that's how I build my sets. The set like Be Inspired was meant to layer on top and use different elements from different sets to create your whole finished look. The idea is that you could use one set on their own, or you could use multiple sets together to create the look that you want. And then the last one, that's Yvette, is here. Are you ready? There's Yvette's card. And then it slides right back in. Pull it out. And you've created an entire weeping willow tree. And then it slides right back in and is ready to mail. This is absolutely stunning. So this is Yvette. All right, you guys. We've talked about the Brusho product. We've talked about the other product that's like it, that if you have it, absolutely use it. We're going to be using it in more YouTubes because there is just an unbelievable amount of ways to use it. We have showed you just how, well, I think beautiful the Serenity set is. And again, it was done with right after my dad passed away. And it doesn't make me sad at all. It actually makes me happy. We have worked with paper leather. Oh, I have such a mess. We have worked with paper leather, and paper leather is a Sizzix product. Remember, it holds ink beautifully, but it also doesn't tear. But you can die cut with it. You can run it through an embossing folder, and it's just a wonderful product, especially if you are using something with water because it doesn't disintegrate, or if you're building albums, mini albums, because you can absolutely use this for your pages and your binding, and it's not going to tear and disintegrate. I can't help but love this card. I really just can't help but love this card. We've got the Brushos in a host of different sets. They'll all be on sale, and I hope that you really have enjoyed the release of Serenity and all that the SMS girls have done. It's absolutely beautiful. And I hope you learned something about 100% pigment mediums. They're fun. Oh my, I can see myself getting into serious trouble with these Brushos because there's just nothing you can't do with them. So, it is me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple. Scrapbookingmadesimple.com is where you're going to find all of these products on sale on a YouTube Yummy right now. Remember that the collections of Simply Defined and Simply Refined are, when they're gone, they're gone. We don't reorder them. We have a limited number. So if you love it, get it. And if you need to wait, then I hope we ordered enough that it's there when you do want it. Brushos will be on sale. Everything will be on a YouTube Yummy. So it's me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple. I'll see you next Saturday because I'm doing a YouTube every Saturday now. Happy Easter, everybody. Bye.